They were the shadows behind the warriors, the voices that guided kings, the guardians of a wisdom as old as the land itself. The Druids, the mystics, the seers, the keepers of knowledge, held a power that rivaled even the mightiest of rulers. To the Celts, they were more than just priests. They were lawmakers, healers, and the bridge between the mortal world and the gods. But who were they really? And why did Rome fear them above all others? The Druids did not build temples of stone, nor did they inscribe their knowledge in books. Their wisdom was passed down through memory, through the whispers of the wind in the sacred groves, through the chanting of verses under the light of the moon. To be a Druid was to dedicate a lifetime to learning, for their knowledge was vast medicine, law, philosophy, and the mysteries of the universe. It was said that to master the ways of the Druids, one must study for 20 years, committing every teaching to heart, never to be written down, never to be lost. They held the power to decide the fate of warriors and kings. A battle could not begin without the blessing of the Druids. They could halt armies with a single raised hand, demanding silence as they read the omens in the flight of birds or the patterns of the stars. No warrior, no chieftain, would dare move against their word. Their connection to the spirit world made them untouchable, their influence stretching beyond the battlefield, beyond life itself. The forests were their sanctuaries, their temples hidden among ancient oaks. To the Celts, these groves were sacred, places where the veil between worlds was thin, where the voices of ancestors and gods could be heard in the rustling leaves. Here, they performed their rites, offering gifts to the spirits, seeking wisdom in the smoke of sacred fires. The oak, the mistletoe, the yew each held deep significance, each tied to the power of the unseen. The mistletoe, cut only with the golden sickle, was believed to hold the essence of life itself, a cure for all poisons, a shield against evil. But for all their knowledge, the Druids were feared, not just by their enemies, but by those who sought to control the world. Rome, with its legions and laws, saw them as a threat greater than any army. For an enemy who fights with swords can be defeated, but an enemy who controls the minds of men, that is an enemy who must be erased. Julius Caesar himself spoke of the Druids with both awe and dread. He described their ceremonies, their sacrifices, claims of human offerings made to the gods, bodies burned within great wicker cages. But was this truth, or the words of an empire seeking to justify its conquest? The Romans sought to destroy them, to break their power, to silence their whispers. They attacked the strongholds of the Druids, burning their sacred groves, slaughtering those who would not kneel. Yet the spirit of the Druids did not die. Though their voices were silenced, their influence lived on. The traditions, the beliefs, the rituals they guarded were never truly erased. The echoes of their wisdom can still be found in the legends of the Celts, in the folklore of Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Their symbols remain, their myths endure, and their presence lingers in the quiet places of the world where the old ways are still remembered. The Druids were more than priests. They were the soul of the Celts, the keepers of an ancient truth that defied the passing of time. And though the flames of Rome sought to consume them, some fires never truly burn out. But there was one more force that shaped the fate of the Celts, an enemy more cunning than Rome, more relentless than time itself. In the next episode, we journey into the final days of the Celts, as the last of their warriors stand against the greatest empire the world had ever known. The fall of the Celts, the rise of Rome, and the last battle for a dying way of life.